Okay, that was pretty decent animation for a website. But what if this white theme is too bright for us? Let's change the theme to dark mode. Today I'm going to show you how I did this animation using GSAP and Next.js along with Spline. So stick around till the end of the video and I'll share the website of the day. Its animations are absolutely mind-blowing and I'll share the tools that can achieve those animations pretty easily. If you're new to the channel, I create front-end videos that will help you become a better developer. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. The starter template is in the description with the basic Next.js and all the important packages available. Just clone the repo and run npm install. For your information, the packages available in it are Next.js with the Tailwind and TypeScript, GSAP, GSAP React, and Spline tools, React Spline, and Spline tools with runtime. Just a quick note, the main goal of this video is to show you how to add smooth and cool animations in your React application. I'm not focusing on perfecting the CSS here, so if you notice any styling issues, please keep in mind that the real focus is on learning the animation part. Back to the video. After npm I, second step is to run npm run dev. Open your code editor and let's start off. First, open heroanimation.ts file. Start by creating a small timeline. This will trigger all the animations in a sequence. Let's start adding animation to title container, which is visible on the screen. I've kept the initial opacity in the CSS as 0 initially, and it's very intentional so that it won't flicker when the page reloads. Let's change the opacity from 0 to 1. Let's rotate the x-axis and the y-axis of the div element from -60 degrees to 0 and 30 to 0 respectively. And keep the initial transform origin to bottom right. And let's add duration and ease in the final block. You can change it according to your own wish also. Let's add the basic fade animation to subtitle class by changing the opacity from 0 to 1. Now, for the spline model part, here we want the spline model to be visible. Initial CSS of spline model has the opacity 0, so it won't flicker. Let's change it to 1 and add it in the start of the timeline so that it happens first in the sequence. At last, add a from to block for spline model from y equals to 450 to y equals to 0 with a delay of 1 second, duration of 3.5 and ease of back.o. You can change all of this according to your own wish also. And the hero page animation is ready. Now let's move to the navbar animation.tsx file. We'll use GSAP's from_to method to animate the .navbar class as we used above. We start off by setting the initial state with y equals -30 and opacity as 0. This means the navbar will start slightly above the position and it will be completely invisible at first. The final state we set y equals to 0 and opacity to 1. We add a slight delay of 1.5 seconds so that navbar animation happens after the hero section is done animating. The duration is set to 1 second and we use ease as back.out to give a smooth, slightly bouncy entrance effect. That's it, a clean and simple navbar animation. Now let's change the theme using GSAP. This animation is used to create a cool transition effect when switching between light and dark theme in your application. We start by declaring a tween variable outside the function. This makes sure that the animation instance is only created once and reused later. Inside the theme change function, we check if the tween is already defined. If not, we create it. First, we set the .theme change ball elements opacity to 1 using gsap.set so that it becomes visible. Then we create a from_to animation for the same element. It starts from scale as 0.1, means it's a tiny dot, and it scales up to 52 times the original size, which is large enough to cover the whole screen. We add a duration of 1 second for a 1 second animation. We add paused equals true so that it does not run immediately. And then we add ease as power2.in out for smooth zoom in and zoom out transition. Now, based on the is on value, if is on is true, it plays the animation and scales up to switch the theme, and false, if is on is false, it reverses the animation and scales back down. This way, the same animation is reused for both enabling and disabling the dark mode. Now, the most important part. How does the text change during the animation? It's done using a bit of a CSS. The letters SH in the word are placed inside a separate span element, and that span has overflow of hidden. It means when the span width is smaller than the size of SH, the text inside it gets hidden. So if we start with the width set to 0, the SH won't be visible at first. Then during the animation, we increase the width, which makes the SH appear smoothly. Let's dive deeper. I've triggered this text change in the same place where the theme change animation gets triggered, so that when we pass the is on boolean value, which checks whether the toggle button is on or off, it triggers the text animation also. In the text change function, we use GSAP's split text to split the title text into individual characters. The SH part of the word is inside its own span. We animate it by changing the width and opacity. If is on is true, we expand the width from 0 to 11 rem, making SH appear. And if is on is false, we shrink it back to 0 and fade it out. This creates a smooth reveal/hide effect just for SH part of the text. That's it. That's your final animation, and it's fully working. Let's go check some cool animation which inspired me to create these awesome effects. This is kprverse.com. This website that has mostly scroll effects and background music that's quite awesome. The music can be achieved using holler.js, that is pretty popular package for audio in modern web application. This hover effect that kind of gives a 3D effect that can be implemented using Rive. It is a powerful tool that is super lightweight and creates awesome animating elements, mostly 2D for your application. It has some pure 3D elements like this rock which you can see. This can be created using Spline. Spline is a no-code tool which is a 3D design tool for creating interactive and real-time 3D elements in web application. By using these tools, you can create a website of this potential. Okay, that was it for today. Hope you found this video informative. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thank you.